Good morning. Oh, today there's a lot going on. I have my brother's wedding to go to. I'm so excited. I really am. Yesterday we went to the store, which I guess I could have videoed, but I totally forgot because I'm not used to being a vlogger. So you'll just have to see the dress when I get it on for the wedding. We went shopping mainly so Brandon, my husband, could have a nice dress shirt because he doesn't have any more. He had one, but there's just issues with it. We needed to get him a new one. So we went to try and find him a new one, and we almost got him a long sleeve black one, and I was like, well, let's go to another store and see if there's anything, but I kind of also want to look at the dresses, because I have dresses, but I don't know. I've had them for literal years, and there's some that are kind of new, but they wouldn't be right for the wedding, and so I'm like, if I find something that's pretty cheap, then I'll just go ahead and get it. If not, whatever, I'll wear what I have at the house. And so I kind of looked at the dresses, I didn't find anything, and so I went to another store to see if we could find a better dress shirt for him rather than just black. And, sorry, switching hands. So we went to other stores, and they were, like, way outside the budget. We're like, okay, nope, back to the first store. So we go back to the first store, and I was like, well, I kind of want to look at the dresses again, because I didn't fully look at them. And I want to look at them, see if I can actually find something. There's a couple other aisles that I didn't look at yet, and I want to see if I can find something. And he was like, well, okay. And I said, do you want to go get that shirt that you were wanting? He was like, well, unless we can get one that's kind of matching each other. And I was like, oh, okay, well then maybe I'll find a dress. So I go and I'm looking and everything, and there's 3 different ones. There's one that I'm like, I'm not sure I'm gonna like it, but I kind of like it, so I'm gonna get it and try it on. There was one that I really liked, and then there was another one that was kind of iffy, and so I was like, well, I'll try them all on, see how they fit, see which one I like best. So I tried this one green one on. It was all green, and like the top of it was like crocheted, so it had like this silk underlining, a green silk underlining, and then it had this over that the top part was like crocheted, and then all the bottom part was like another layered fabric. It looked cute. It was kind of odd. Again, I kind of wish that I would have vlogged so y'all could see, but oops. So I tried it on, and I honestly liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I did really like it, but there was like one little aspect that I wasn't too big on, and I was like, well, if I don't like the other 2, I'll definitely get this one, because I do like it. But if I like another one that doesn't have any issues, I'm gonna get that one instead of this one. And so I tried it on, I showed the family and everything, they're like, okay, I really like that one. Honestly, the green one was my oldest favorite, Talia, which y'all may have seen her videos. She likes to game and everything, so I'll let her game sometimes. Anyway, so I tried that on, showed them, and they're like, I like it, okay, let's try the other ones. So I tried another one, and it was, well, it's the one I got, so I could kind of try and describe it to you, but I'm not going to, because you'll see it in a little bit. But anyway, so I got it, and I tried it on, and I really liked it a lot. And so I showed them, and they're like, okay, my oldest again was like, well, I like the green one best. I like it better. My husband's like, okay, it's not bad. Try the third one, we'll see. And so the third one, the main reason why I got it was because previously whenever we were looking at shirts for him, we found this like blue and white striped one, and this dress was blue and white striped, like almost the same. And so I was like, that would be really cute. We could definitely be matching with those. So I was like, well, I'll go ahead and get it. Well, not get it, but try it on. So I try it on, and I'm like, I don't like it as much. It's super thin. I would definitely have to wear something under it. And I was also trying to stay away from white since it's a wedding, which it is blue and white, so it doesn't, the way that it didn't really count. But I was just like, there's too many issues here. I don't like it. It's super thin, and I don't know. I don't like it. And I went and showed them, and the kids were like, "Oh, that's kind of cute." Well, Talia, my oldest, was like, "That's cute," and then my Natalie, 6-year-old, says, "That kind of looks like a school uniform." I was like, "Yeah, it doesn't," but in her mind, it did. And then my husband was like, "Yeah, I don't like that one as much as I thought I would." I was like, "Right, same." It's like I really like the second one. He was like, "All right, so get that one." So I came back out and I had it separated from the other two, and I was like, well, I hung the other two up. I was like, well, the thing is either I was like, I like this one, so either I'm getting this one or I can put it back and I'll just wear something from that we have from the house. He's like, well, what are you gonna wear? I said, well, I don't really know. I do have some dresses. There's one that I used to wear, and I haven't worn in a while. I said, but I don't really want to wear that one. I don't. And he was like, okay, so get the dress. It's like, well, okay. So we carried the dress around, went back to his section, and we were looking for different shirts. There was a couple shirts. There was one that was kind of the multiple colors in the dress and kind of striped and everything, so it went really well with it. And I was like, that goes almost perfectly with it. I love it. And then he found one that was a solid color that also went with it. And so I was like, both of them go with it. I said, I personally like the stripedy one better. I feel like it goes a little bit better with it, but both of them go fine with it. I love it. Whichever one you like. And he's like, well, I kind of like the solid one better. It feels better. I said, okay, then get that one. So that's what we did. Well, then we also realized that May, our 2-year-old, Amelia, she didn't have a dress to wear. She had some dresses, she had some cute little outfits, but it didn't seem right. So we went to see if we could find something for her. And so we're searching through. Brandon happened to find this this little dress that we found a couple dresses. There was one that was a dress with some bloomers and a hat, and it was super cute, and we almost got that one. But Brandon happened to find a dress that, now it doesn't necessarily match our clothes, but it has the same exact colors. It's a totally different pattern. Excuse me. But it does have the same exact colors, and it's like a cute little tank top dress that actually has the snap buttons underneath. But it has this cute little like sweater to go over it, so if she gets cold, that would be perfect. So I was like, okay, I'm sold. Same colors, has a sweater, let's do it. So we get those and come back home. And yeah, that was a great time. Not really. I I cut their hair yesterday, so Natalie, I redid her sides because they were not necessarily getting long, but since the wedding's today, oh, my voice started trying to go weird. Since the wedding's today, I was like, look, I can go ahead and cut y'all's hair so it'll be, fresh, good for the wedding. So I did Natalie's sides. I gave Rubius a cute little haircut, and then I gave Brandon a haircut. And I was like, look, I need a shower. I need a shower, but I can't take a shower until I cut all of y'all's hair. So, sorry, my throat just wants to be weird. So I tried to cut all of their hair. Well, I did cut their, I didn't try, I cut it. I cut I cut Rubius's first. Because our shaver was like, I think it was at like 10%, and I was like, I'm gonna charge it some before I start with that. So I started with the scissors on Rubius, kind of trimmed it up some, and then used the shaver. Actually, did I use the shaver on him? I think I did. I don't remember. Actually, no, I don't think I used the shaver on him. I did. I did, in a way. I was planning on shaving the sides down shorter, but once I had cut the top with the scissors, it blended really well with the sides, and I was like, I think I might just cut around his ears and do like, around the base of the neck and everything. It's like, because honestly, the rest of it goes good together. It looks good. It's a cute little boy haircut. So we left it with that. And then, so I did use the shaver for like right around the ears and the base of the neck. So I did use it, but I didn't use it like all along the sides like I thought I was going to. And then I told him to get in the bath. He didn't get in the bath. He was like, why? I don't need to. I don't have hair on me. I'm not itchy. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I wasn't going to fight with him because I had other hair cut. So I had Natalie get up there. And Brandon was like, why is she up there? She's got braids in. She don't need her hair cut. It's like, yeah, we're gonna cut the sides so that it's back to short again. He's like, oh, okay. So I did use the shaper on hers. I didn't go like super, super short, but it is really short. So I did that. And then she was like, can I take a bath now? I was like, yeah, you need a bath. Go get in the bath. So she got in the bath. Then Rubius decided he was gonna get in the bath with her. And then I started cutting Brandon's hair. And it looks nice. They all look nice. I said braids earlier, and I didn't tell y'all. So Natalie and Talia, I decided, well, I did decide, but after they asked if I could braid their hair in the small braids. I used to, at least once a year, I would braid mine in small braids. And I mean like this grouping of hair was one braid all over the head. So I would do that. And I haven't done it in a while, which my hair's short now. I don't really need to. But I used to do it at least once a year. And I keep it in for anywhere from 2 days to like a week, maybe a week and a half, I think was the longest I kept it in. I don't know. Because you can still wash your hair with them in, and it's actually healthier for your hair. But I would do that, and Talia came up and asked me if I could braid her hair, and I was like, well, we don't have the ponytails. They're gone. So I ordered some ponytails, because she had asked me that like a month ago. I ordered some ponytails, and they came in, and she got all excited. So I was like, well, I'll go ahead and braid your hair. It took me at least 4 hours to braid her entire head of hair. Oh my goodness. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. After the first 3, my hand was cramping. And then I don't know if I had like switched hand positions as I was braiding or something to where it didn't hurt as bad. Because it only hurt again like 3 different times. And that girl's got some thick hair. Like the first row, normally my first row down here has like 3 braids. Hers had 6. Her second row, which was literally still here across, had 7. And then her third row was here. So she had 3 row and then 4, 5, I think 6 technically for the top. So I think from bottom to top was 6 rows. And just the first 3 rows, she had 23 braids. So she had a lot. Has a lot. She still has the braids. You'll see later. So I went ahead and did her hair. And Natalie was like, can it be my turn? And I was like, I need a break. A little bit of a break. I'll do yours later, okay? So of course she wasn't very happy, but she's like, okay, fine. But after doing Talia's hair, I was like, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna have braids at the wedding because I'm not taking it out before then. Nope. Which she's okay with. She liked the idea. But I did get Natalie's. So normally, whenever it gets to like 6:30 at night, I'll start getting tired, which is gonna be fun because the wedding's at 5. Whatever. Around 6:30, I start getting tired. Or I did. I'm getting better. But anyway, that night, it was like 8 o'clock, and I was still wide awake. And I was like, you ready for me to do your braids? And Brandon looks at his phone and looks at me and says, it's 8 o'clock. And I said, well, I'm awake, so I'm gonna do it. He was like, how are you awake right now? I said, I don't know, but I am, so I'm gonna do her hair before I get tired and want to go to sleep. And I did, and it only took me like 30 minutes to do hers, because her hair, like, from here to here and back to here is all the hair she has is on the top of her head. All the rest is shaved all the way around. So that little patch there, I did the braids, and it looks cute. I love it. Which, again, you'll see later. But I have a lot to do. I need to do my yoga, and I also need to figure out a way to actually record me doing the yoga while I'm doing the yoga, and I don't know that there's a way to do that, because the yoga's on my phone. I could potentially put it on the laptop, and then y'all could watch. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Not today. I'm gonna do my yoga, and then I need to brush my teeth and wash my face, and then I'll probably be back, to talk talk about more things and get ready and stuff. So I'll be back in a little bit. get ready. Because, I mean, you saw me just wash my face. So it does look a lot better. The redness is mostly gone. But there's a whole lot of spots here that I'm just not liking. Not liking it. So I'm going to start off with this. Some chapstick. And by the time I get to the lips, I may do something. I don't know. But first off, I need my brush. And I guess this should have been first. I know I need to use this foundation, but I also know this foundation is like a lot whiter than what I am. I don't think I have anything to try and make it darker. We already know that other powder foundation doesn't work very well, especially when I'm trying to cover these spots. So I guess we'll just go with it. Oh Lord, what is happening here? How about I use a mirror to make sure everything's good? Still kind of show some of the spots, but it's better. That. Honestly, I want to go all out with this makeup. I know my husband doesn't want me to, but I do. Back in there. So, with going all out, that means, hold on. Okay, had to find a few things. So, first off, we're gonna do the bronzer. It's not a bronzer, but it is. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I want everything to be real light, which if you haven't noticed, there's a sneak peek in the background. Of the dress. I don't know if you saw it. I don't think you can see it with me sitting here. done that. I need this brush. Okay, like that. Now, some blush, which this is going to be kind of difficult. I decided to use the Take Me to Brazil palette. It looks amazing, and I wanted to use this one, and I guess you'll see why in a little bit when I put the dress on. But I really wanted it to be more of a pinky color. There we go. I didn't bring water in here. You know, I was gonna do a full out makeup look, different colors for my eyelids and everything, but I don't think I'm going to. I was gonna do like a green eyeliner. It's gonna look good. I just, oh my goodness, what's going on with my eyeball? Instead, I think I'm gonna take a little bit of this. A little bit of highlight there. Now, fill it in just a little bit. Not by much though. Okay, it kind of looks like much on the camera, but ever so slightly. Goodness, look at that. I can't help but mention it. Like, it was already good before, but now that I have the lash lip with it as well, like a bam. For real though. I don't think there's anything else in here that I want. Just the light shimmery pink. Which I almost never use, but I think it'll go really well with my dress today. Okay, I think that's it. I'm also gonna have to figure out what jewelry I'm gonna be wearing. But I really like this look, honestly. Now hold on and let me get the dress on. And here is the dress. That's super cute. I love it. All right, now let's go get some jewelry. Okay, obviously odd angle, but I have to figure out what earrings. I was kind of thinking maybe these, but now I'm thinking that they're probably the wrong color and they're dirty. I don't know why they're dirty. Yeah, that's not gonna work too well. Well, maybe. It's up here. I don't like it. It's slightly off. Plus, like I said, one's dirty. What the heck? I don't know which ones I want to wear. Okay. I think I'm either gonna go with.
Can I have lipstick for to the wedding?
Maybe.
Okay. Ow.
Okay, so I don't know which ones I want to wear. I'm gonna go just straight dangles or the cute little. I kind of am liking this, but I also like the subtlety of these. I don't know. Let's see what Brandon says. Okay, Beeb. Straights or the balls? You like the straights? Okay. Alright, he says straights. So we're gonna go with the straights. I haven't worn these yet. Kind of makes me sad, but I think I agree. I think they go better with this dress. Okay, so if we do that, there we go. Now, do I have a necklace I want to wear? Not really. Not one that really goes with it. Because this could kind of go with it, but I think it'd be too much. I could just do like a normal choker, but I don't think I want a choker with this one. So yeah, no, I don't have a necklace I want to wear with this, so I think we're just gonna go with the earrings. But that is fine. And I think I'm ready. So I guess I'll see you once we're there. Or maybe on the drive there, because it's supposed to be storming and kind of scary. So I don't know, we'll see. Well, we've made it. It took us quite a while. Yeah, safely. No storms, no nothing. We were good. Now the trip on the way back, maybe a different story. But this place is so pretty. Oh, look at her. She's pretty. Woo! So cute. And then my handsome little man over there running around. There's Sissy. Oh, there goes May May. There's my Beeb. There's a few people over there, some family members. So nice and so pretty. So I decided that since we're here early, we're gonna just chill outside for a bit. It's kind of cold inside. We'll chill outside for a bit, and then we'll be able to go in. I'm so excited. I saw my soon-to-be sister-in-law in her dress. I also saw my brother. And I almost cried. Guys, I'm probably gonna cry. It's bound to happen. So just to show you how gorgeous it is out here. Look at this. It's so pretty. Oh, and that tree. It comes down over to here. Well, we made it back home. We did drive through some rain, but thankfully we found a spot that had just slowed the rain. There wasn't really any rain whenever we started driving. So we were able to make it home. Just some rain and sprinkles on us. Wasn't too bad. I'm tired. We had so much fun, as you already saw in the videos. But now it's time to get all of this off. guys so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!